Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I just want to spend a couple minutes on the trailer that just dropped a couple hours ago and talking about Vantage. So of course Vantage's abilities are they've been leaked, but her name kind of says it all, right? It's doing things or creating opportunities that give your team edge or advantage, right? A lot of people think about, height wise and that kind of thing for like a vantage point kind of thing. And that makes sense, especially with her being a sniper legend. But a lot of it, I think, comes from her kind of scanning abilities. And so if we look at what her abilities are, so just listing them off real quick, her passive is tactical info available in aiming down sights, unarmed, or long range scopes. The legend name, shield rarity, team size, and range. That's going to be huge, especially I think in ranked, honestly, because if you're able to know what you're going against, player ability is huge too. But if you know those kind of things, like if they got white shields, maybe you're going to push on something like that a little bit more liberally than if you're just, you know, wandering around and you don't really know what they're going to do. If they've got a good spot, you're probably not going to push on it as hard. Talking about her tactical ability. So in this video, in the trailer, it seems like it's more of a scanning type ability. But if you read the leak and then you watch this video, it actually is going to be more similar to this little scene right here. We'll just start it right here. But you can see Echo's up there, and according to the leaks, you're able to control where Echo goes, and then this launch ability is your tactical ability. So I'm kind of curious what level and like how long the duration is for those rocket boosts. We're kind of seeing this more common, this teleport type idea. Obviously, Loba had kind of the first one, but then they broke for I don't even know how many seasons. But anyway, you saw Newcastle is starting to use their jetpacks in game as well, so this might become more of a thing. But that appears to be her tactical, is to be able to order Echo, her bat around, and then launch to them. So let's take a peek at the ultimate. Here we go. It's kind of showcased right here, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about her rifle in a second. But if we look at it here, she gets her scanning ability during it. And what is listed as her ability, her ultimate, is a custom rifle that scans enemies and boosts damage for Vantage and her squad. Right? So that's good. Damage doubles for Vantage on successive shots, and the team gets a 15% bonus on marked targets. So that's a pretty good deal. That wipes out any of those Gibby bullet sponge or fuse bullet sponge effects kind of thing. That really takes that down. So if you're bubble fighting, they might not have quite as much of an advantage as they used to. Again, I think it's a big deal whenever you're talking about ranked in particular, because you see those type of fights happen quite often. And Gibby, up until this last one when Valk took over the scene, was huge in the competitive world too. So I think that's going to make a big difference, especially last rings, those end rings that you're dealing with. Talking a little bit more about her rifle, we see a pretty good image of it. It looks most like the Sentinel. If you look at barrel shroud, muzzle device, framework in terms of the architecture of the frame itself, sloped grip, skeletonized stock, all of those things are very similar to a Sentinel. If you look at the Kraber, it's a much more boxy type design, very linear in its architecture, very bulky stock, vertical grip on it, side fed magazine, and I know these are just two skins, but I think that the similarities are enough that the Sentinel is probably what that rifle is based off of. I don't necessarily know that that means that damage is going to be the same as it. The biggest difference between the Sentinel and this gun that we already have seen, based on this footage anyway, is that when she uses it, it's semi-automatic, right? We've got at least 4, kind of 5 shots here. Assuming that's a shot as well. You've got 5 shots, which is also similar to the Sentinel. I think the Sentinel comes standard 4 and then, mag extensions and stuff. So that timepiece, by the way, was 8 seconds. That's kind of why I think like a 5-second scanning time might exist. because that's only 8 seconds. I know that's her ultimate. I know that's kind of a wild guess, but I think somewhere in that time range is what we're looking at. So those are a couple of things that I noticed during this. I guess one more thing I want to point out, and I don't have any other data to back this up yet, but in this video here, you see right here, she comes across the room, fires at Newcastle, it does garbage. Now I know that's the Mosey. The Mosey's kind of not the most powerful gun in the game anyway, but we see that right there, and then we also see it right in here again whenever she's using the alternator right here. You can see it just looks like she doesn't know what she's doing. The gun's kind of just firing everywhere. She's just wasting bullets for the most part. So I'm kind of curious if she's going to have some sort of inherent nerf on either accuracy or ability to use the guns. We haven't seen this before on other legends where they have an inherent nerf. We've seen buffs with, shotguns and Mad Maggie and LMGs and Rampart. Obviously, she's gonna get a sniper buff at least during her ultimate. So I'm curious if that's gonna happen and if that's something that we see in the end. Maybe not initially. They always like to release them overpowered and then kind of back them off. So I'm curious. Tell me what you guys think. Was there something else that I missed on the technical stuff? I know I didn't touch on the lore at all, but I think that I'm excited to see what's gonna come out. I'm hoping that you guys are too, and let me know what your thoughts are. See you in the next one, guys.